Shavua Tov, welcome to this week's YouTube vodcast. This week we deal with Parshat Vayeishev, and Vayeishev deals with the whole story of Joseph and the brothers being jealous of Joseph and sending him down to Egypt. When Joseph has his two dreams, the first dream is that all his brothers they gathering wheat, and his sheaf jumps up in the middle and all the other sheaves bow down to it. And the second dream is a dream where Yosef dreams that the stars and the moon and the sun are all bowing down to him. And commentaries explain something very interesting. With the first dream, Yosef says as follows: we were going, and behold, we were gathering our sheaves in the field, and behold, my sheaf jumped up, and behold, all your sheaves surrounded me and bowed down. And I said, it's one thing to tell the dream, and to tell your brothers about a dream that seemingly is to their gnites. It doesn't work very well for them. But to go and say vihine, and the word vihine, and behold, the rabbis say it's got a certain level of superiority to it. Is that you won't believe what happened. And I was the great one, and you were nothing. Often we see people do things, and we get a bit of simcha out of the fact that they're falling down. And you get a bit of a simcha at the fact that they're making a bit of a fool of themselves. That's exactly what happened with Yosef. And that's what caused the jealousy. And that's what caused the animosity from the brothers towards Yosef. It's not the fact that they weren't going to be great. It's that the fact that he took simcha, joy in the fact that they weren't going to be as great as he. There's a story once of the Alt of Slobodka, that there were a great Rosh Yeshiva, and a guy came into the yeshiva one day. And he came into the yeshiva, and he sees it's on Shabbos morning. The guy starts putting on tefillin. And as the guy puts on tefillin, everybody's looking around and laughing and joking and smiling. And, eventually someone plucks up the courage and walks up to him and says, it's Shabbos. We don't put on tefillin on Shabbos. So later the Rosh Yeshiva goes up to that guy and says, you are a disgusting individual. He says, Rebbe, what did I do? He says, the way you treated that individual. He says, what are you talking about, Rebbe? The guy's put on tefillin. What do you want? The guy puts on tefillin. You've got to go tell him that he's doing wrong. I should have left him. Rebbe says, that wasn't the problem. It's the fact that you got simcha in telling him. It's the fact that you smiled, that you chuckled when you went and told him of his error. That's why you're a disgusting individual. And often happens when we see people do silly things in shul or wherever it is might be, that they do something unknowingly, they make a bit of a fool of themselves. And we get so much nachas, we get so much simcha out of the downfall. That was the problem of Yosef. And that's what breeds animosity. And that's what breeds hatred. Wish you a good Shabbos and a Shavua Tov. See you next week. Go. He thought, what?